The Garden Report is powered by Prize Picks, the exclusive daily fantasy partner of the CLNS Media Network.
Hey, Bobby Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report Practice Edition back in Boston. Game 5 going to take place tomorrow. 8:30, no Dalzell here for practice and the game from Celtics blog. And the vibes were solid today. I definitely sensed a better vibe than Game 4. It was hard to not. And we talked to Sam Hauser for a little bit, Noah and I, and he was pretty distraught after Game 4. Like, they just threw him into the fire, and he had to take a lot of the hard-hitting questions there. Definitely a calmer vibe here today, but he was pretty adamant that the defense wasn't as good as it could be. They weren't themselves in that game. There was also some indication from Celtics players here today, unsurprisingly, that they wanted to get it done in Game 4. They put a lot of pressure on themselves to do that. And that's what led to probably their worst performance of the playoffs.
Absolutely their worst performance. And I would say, I think there's a little bit of a disconnect between people at home watching and the players themselves around effort and intentions. Sometimes this particular team, and I think this is a phenomenon in basketball more broadly, but you want to win so bad that then every mistake feels magnified and every loose ball that you don't get feels like devastating, and then that ripples into a bunch of loose balls that you don't get. And then you're sitting at home wondering, like, how are they not playing hard in the finals? And in reality, there's like a mental spillover effect from the mistakes that are being made. I think you saw it in Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Like, they wanted that so bad, to close it out and become the first team to win, come back from 3-0, that they came out tight. As soon as they were down by 7, it was like anxiety. And I think you saw a little bit of that in Game 4. And what Xavier Tillman said to us today, I thought that it was very illuminating, was that they don't need to win tomorrow. And, I'm sure people don't want to hear that because they want them to win tomorrow. They want them to close it out at home. But he was like, we're a very good road team. And if we don't win tomorrow, then we'll go on the road and we'll try to do it there. And so I think the messaging around the locker room right now is to have less pressure on themselves, not like we have to win tomorrow, don't view it as 3 chances. Kind of like the actual reverse of that is like, this is not the end all be all on this entire season. And hopefully that makes them play a little bit more loose.
Real quick, Dallas confident, hit shots, got their role players involved. Irving's still trying to shake that Boston crowd thing here. What are you expecting from them tomorrow after what we saw and what we heard from Dallas today?
I mean, he's talking so openly about how this crowd is in his head that either it's going to be like he breaks through the demons and he has a breakout game tomorrow, or it's going to be just more of the same. I don't know. I would expect it to be more of the same based on what we're seeing.
That was my biggest concern coming out of the last game, is those role guys really got going. Irving had a great game too, as well as Game 3. So they got a lot of guys involved. Luka had his best game. That's your biggest concern right now if you're Boston, going up 3-1 in this one, and letting Dallas get back into a little bit. But we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. We'll have live coverage here from TD Garden. She's Noah Dalzell. I'm Bobby Manning. This has been a practice edition of the Garden Report. Hey, Bobby Manning here. If you made it this far, you probably enjoyed this video, so subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out our social media platforms at Celtics CLNS.